Lately, I've been having problems with my toilet. Check it out. If we look into the toilet bowl, you can see that the water is rippling. That means that there's water leaking in from the tank into the bowl. This water, it should be solid, like there should be no ripples on it. And every once in a while, I'll hear this tank refill as if somebody flushed it. And it's not supposed to be doing that. And depending on how much water is actually leaking by, I may see a dramatic spike in my water bill. So I do want to address this, and while I'm at it, I thought I would film a video for anybody else that may be experiencing the same thing. Before I begin, I'm going to go ahead and turn the water off to the toilet. It's just a 1/4 turn valve. And by the way, while I'm here, you don't have to turn the water off to do this. I'm only turning it off just so there's less water in here so it's not refilling while we're filming, so it's not getting in the way. But if you're going to turn your water off, if you see a bunch of corrosion or rust on the valve, or it's turning really stiffly, I would recommend just not touching that valve at all, or you may just end up creating a leak, and that would be a bad day. And now let's go ahead and take the lid off of our tank and see what's going on inside. Just about every time a leak like this happens, it is because of this flapper right over here. Water is leaking by, it's not being sealed off by the flapper all the way. So to begin with, I'm gonna go ahead and flush all this water out. And since I have that valve down there off, it's not refilling, which is good. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this old flapper off. It comes off really easy on most toilets. There's just 2 tabs that you hook this onto. And as you can see, my flapper looks really disgusting. There's a bunch of buildup on it. And on the bottom side, see how it's disintegrating and there's some buildup on it? This is causing water to leak by, and it's not doing a good seal. And sometimes on the bottom where this flapper is supposed to go into, there's going to be buildup right here on this port. If you see any buildup on here, make sure you clean that up. Oftentimes just using your finger to rub on it is enough to clean this port. Otherwise, you can use a dishwasher scrubby, the backside, the scrubby part, to clean that up real good before you install the new flapper. So I got the flapper itself off, and now I just need to pull the chain off of this arm. These clips are fairly easy as well. You just press down and pull them off like that. So here is our old flapper assembly. Next, what I like to do is set this next to the new one and make sure that my clip is the same length as the old one. So these new chains, they come longer because they don't know what your toilet setup is like. You can take this clip off and adjust it to the length of the old one. So I just put them side by side, and it should be right about here. And as you've probably already noticed, the new one does not have a float, and the float is not necessary. You don't have to have a float on your chain. And just take a look at the difference. Look at this one compared to this one. This is nice and smooth. Has no ridges, no buildup, no deterioration. So this is going to seal real nice compared to this. Okay, and let's go ahead and put this new flapper in. There's one tab. And there's the other. Okay, that's in. And now we just need to attach our chain. And if you look at this arm, notice how it has multiple holes. What you want to do is adjust the chain so it sits right above the flapper. You don't want it to this side or this side of the flapper. You want it right in the middle or as close to the middle as possible. So in my case, it's this hole. But if you hook yours on and you notice that it's not in the middle, it's off to the right or left, try to adjust it so it's more towards the middle. Otherwise, that could create a little bit of a leak. Let's give it a couple of good tests. It flaps down good and hopefully seals good. The chain is right above it, and as you can see, there's a little bit of slack. You do want that. You don't want it to be tight. If it's too tight, then some water might be leaking through as well. So you do want a little bit of a slack in the chain. And of course, if the chain gets tangled up somehow, then the flap will not be closing all the way either. So make sure there's no tangled spots in the chain. Okay, so now we can turn the valve back on, refill this, and see if we have any leakage in the bowl. Problem solved. No more ripples in the water. And by the way, just so you know, after the tank completely fills up, do give it a good 30 seconds to completely stop. It might be rippling for a little bit even after the tank fills up. So give it about 30 seconds to a minute to completely stop trickling, and the water should be steady, no ripples. Well guys, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have some toilet stories of your own or any other toilet tips, please let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to mash that like button on the way out, and I'll see you next time. And if you're still here and not in the comment section below, let me share a dirty little secret with you. Whenever you flush the toilet, there's a bunch of tiny little water droplets that come flying out. So if somebody took a nice dookie, the water droplets flying out are probably not going to be of the fairest quality. And why does that matter? Well, because some people like to leave their toothbrushes and other things on the counter, right on the vanity, and those little droplets probably end up landing on them as well. So whenever we flush toilets, we like to put the seat down to avoid all those unpleasant little drops flying all over the place. I thought I would share that just in case some of you may want to change your habits.